and this girl, baby girl here is going to speak in both. Why am I laughing? I don't know. I'm just so excited. The weather is very, very cold. Like, okay, yeah, it's cold because it's raining. Basically, that's it. Yeah. We woke up today to the rains. We're fully in the raining season, and I don't know. I like the rain so honestly. Like, that's one of my favorite weather. Should be. Yeah, I prefer the rains than the heat. At least the cold that comes with it. So there's that excitement. The rain is falling. Okay, my name is Asma'u. Welcome to Click with AZ. And I am so glad to have you here. If you're a returning subscriber, I really appreciate you for coming back. If you're a new subscriber, thank you and welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, today it's actually a groom video. When we say groom, we're talking of a video where we're doing and we're doing makeup and we're talking. Sorry, let me reduce the volume of my television. Sorry, I hope you didn't disturb. So we're talking of makeup, and at the same time we're gisting, just like clicks that we are. Okay, so basically this is going to be a makeup video, but not full like blow makeup, just something very brief, something very simple, something very ordinary as well. Yes, that's nothing much. So me, I'm talking about, as in I know there are a lot of videos on the internet, not only on the internet, I believe a lot of videos everywhere where people talk about friends. But I just feel that it's something that you can never get tired of, and it's something you can never see yourself as a professional. Will I say, no matter how professional you are at your maybe your instincts or at whatever you think you're good at, it's not easy to just see people and just pinpoint that, okay, this person is nice, this person is not nice. See, people can be so fake. I've had an instance. Someone was telling me that when he met, even a guy, imagine, let me even shock you. Now, when he met a certain guy and he was telling the guy about his relationship that was broken, that the guy started crying. Now, when you meet a guy like that, what on earth will make you feel that that guy is an insincere person? You will open up the whole of your heart and tell them everything, when in reality, they are just fake. Later on, when things went south, it was bad. All right, one thing with makeup, you just don't jump into it. Makeup and skincare these days are linked together. Like, you need to have a good skincare routine underneath makeup and even after makeup. And it's very, very important for your face to be hydrated and well moisturized, but not too much, because I see some makeup videos where there's a lot of product on the skin before the makeup, which for me, that's a problem. You see some people who will cleanse the face first, which is normal, which is okay. Then they will now rub toners or something, I don't know. There was a video I watched on Instagram. I think they applied close to 4 or 5 products before they started makeup. Now, for me, that's going to be an issue, especially when the weather is hot, or especially when it's a bridal makeup and the bride has to dance around, has to move around. For me, that face is heavy, and you have the tendency of clogging the pores at that moment, because skincare is something that is advisable to do when you're going to bed. You're not applying anything, not when you're wearing makeup. I'm actually a cosmetic foundator by the side, so probably that's why I'm talking from that point of view, the professional point of view, but I don't know who taught them that pattern. But me here now, I'm going to just start with the ordinary hydrating serum. And the reason why I'm starting with the hydrating serum is because I took my bath like since, do you understand? I'm just applying the hydrating serum a little bit. I took my bath like more than an hour ago, but I did not rub anything, so my face is kind of dry. That's why I decided to go for a hydrating serum. I just used just 1 drop, just a little, just to make the face a little bit damp for me to be able to moisturize. That's just all. You understand? So it's not like I applied the hydrating serum because I want the face to be so wet, or no. So now I'm just going in with my face cream, and this face cream contains a little bit of SPF factor, even though the weather is been raining. But you know one thing is, I'm based here in Port Harcourt, and Port Harcourt weather can be very funny. You'll be so shocked that immediately after a heavy rain, you will now see the sun is shining. So that's basically it. So when you're sure of your weather, and your weather is not like my own here, then maybe you could decide to skip the sunscreen, and it's fine. So I was talking about friends. You meet people, like a lot of this for me, I feel sometimes another thing that kind of digresses our importance of friendship is probably the reality shows that we watch, where you meet this group of women. Most reality shows are mostly women, that are put together, like all these Real Housewives, Basketball Wives. Most of the time, women. Men hardly do reality shows where they are a group of men. Even if they are going to be a group of men, it's going to be under the umbrella of their wives. You know, they are friends of their wives are friends, so them too, they are forced to hang out together with the wives. Correct me if I'm wrong. So you come into, for me, I feel that idea of friendship is making a lot of people confuse what real friendship is. You meet some bunch of people, I'm sorry to use the word, that sometimes these people are very, very toxic. They talk bad about each other, either in each other's backs or even in each other's faces. They are unnecessarily violent towards each other. They are extremists. Some of them go as far as arresting their friends. Some of them go as far as lying against their friends. Some of them go as far as even abusing each other's families and children. Like, for me, that's not friendship. And it's so unfortunate that a lot of people pick up most of their moral standard or most of their attitude, they attribute it or they pick it up, unfortunately, from some of this shows on TV. Like, okay, this person the other day, she and her friend, they were having issues. There was, I'm based here in Nigeria, there is this celebrity, what's her name, Mercy Aigbe, that it has been all over the place that she got married to as a second wife. But by the way, the man she got married to as a second wife to, he's a Muslim and he's entitled to 4 wives. Do you understand? And in Islam, a Muslim man can marry a non-Muslim woman conveniently. Is not an issue. So for me, I don't know, probably because she's a celebrity or they feel that she's showing off too much. I don't know. I really don't know. So there's this animosity that has been going around because over, like, for me, it doesn't make sense. She didn't do anything wrong. She's married. Nothing wrong. She didn't do any freaking thing wrong. I don't know this woman in person, but speaking from where I am seeing my own, from my own unpopular opinion and from my own eye, from my own lens, Mercy Aigbe didn't do anything. The man married her correctly. So what's up? So she was at a party. So I'm starting with just a pencil, just a normal Davies color 18. Yeah, so I'm just going to draw my eyebrow now. So for me, I feel she didn't do anything, and she was at a party with one other lady too. I don't know if she's also an actress or so. I don't know. No, sometimes all these celebrities is not all of them I know, especially the ones in the acting industry, because every day they keep recruiting more. So I don't know them so much. That one, I don't know if she's also an actress, Yoruba actress or something like that, film actress. So she now, we were at a party and I don't know what provoked her, and she picked a bottle and threw at Mercy Aigbe. So for me, all of those things, and meanwhile there's a lady that is there, Yabo. She's part of Ojo. She's part of a reality show in Nigeria here, the Real Housewives of Lagos. So you can see, and even in the episode of the Real Housewives of Lagos, you can see the Yabo herself. She's violent. She fought with who. Like those were reality shows. Though I didn't really follow them on my own per se, but I watch them online because they are everywhere. People are using them to build content. I know since for the first time in Nigeria, there's a Real Housewife, so everybody seems to be all over them and crazy about the show. But honestly speaking, personally, as now, I didn't pay attention to all those things, but it's there in the internet for us to see. So sometimes there are certain content that even if you're not interested in, you see it everywhere and you don't know when you end up picking up the hint of the show. So for me, I feel that sometimes this kind of reality shows, they tend to dent the image of friendship. But if we can cool down and listen to these people, they get signed up for these shows and they don't even know. Some of them don't even know each other. Some of them, okay, being that always the fact that they belong to the same social cycle, they might have met each other one way or the other, but personally they don't know each other. Then you come bring that kind of concept into your own healthy friendship. Maybe even it's even bad if it's like, let's say, childhood friend that you guys knew each other from childhood. You guys have had each other's back. You were there when this person was sick. You were there when maybe they had issues. You were there when they got married. You were there when they had their first child. Like, you guys have shared a lot of moments, the good, the bad, the ugly. Then you now look at these reality shows. These are people that don't know each other, and and if you ask me, guess sometimes all of those things are fake, or even most times all of those things are fake. I just picked a foundation from LA Girl. Yeah, this is the caramel. Yeah, the GLM 681 is slightly on the light side, actually, even lighter than my skin tone, but I can work with it. I will use it to just clean the eyebrow. This is just a very simple makeup that you can use for your daily activities, for your daily, you can use, when I do makeup like this, I use it to run around any day I wish to wear makeup. It's not something heavy, something very, very simple I'm doing here. Okay, then you now carry your own relationship that goes a very long way and introduce this kind of thing into it. So although another thing again is, aside from even the reality shows portraying friendship to be drama, too much drama and too much backbiting and too much quarreling and too much fight, I know in the real sense of the word, there are some friends that when you meet them, they're not good people. There's some people, I'll say there's some people we meet at the beginning, because in the past I've made that kind of mistakes. Even up to now, even in the I've made that kind of mistake where I meet people, I become friendly with them, and I become that loyal. There's that bond that forms between you and someone you call your friend. That bond comes from as a result of you guys spending a lot of time together, yes, sharing things together. And there's something with when you have a friend, you guys will talk about a lot of things. Even though I try to advise people that when you're talking to your friend, try not to share secrets with the friend. Yes, because sometimes your best friend can turn out to become your worst enemy one day. And sometimes your worst enemy can turn out to become your friend. So what I'm trying to say is balance. Well, yeah. What I'm literally trying to say here is balance. Kada ka so mutum da yawa, kuma kada ka ki mutum da yawa, because wata ran abokinka zai zama maƙiyinka, wata ran maƙiyinka zai zama abokinka. So basically what I'm trying to say is, don't love too much and don't hate too much. So you meet people sometimes, the bond grows, but you don't know that deep down they're not really feeling your vibe. Even the so-called childhood friends, you understand, if you get to a point where we begin to hustle, like, or will I say, let me use the word hustle, we begin to look for different things in life. Do you get? And some people, that's why the fact we're friends doesn't mean that we're brought up from the same parents. Like, doesn't mean that we have the same values. Do you get? Like, I remember there was I used to have this friend that we're very, very close with. In fact, I don't even like talking about it because everything ended up in tragedy, in the sense that this friend we're talking about eventually lost her life in a car accident. Like, we were friends for more than 5 years, although friendship started from school and all that and all that. So along the line, I don't know, people kind of got into her head, and it was her family members that got into her head, in the sense that she was about to get married. Here is a big deal when you get married and go abroad. It's a big deal. No idea with the kind of suffering that we're suffering here in this country. So when you get someone that is going to marry you and take you out of this country, it's a big deal. Like, it's almost like, I beg, don't tell anybody. so that people will not envy you. And we here in Africa, we believe in juju. We believe in juju. Everything we attribute it to juju, juju, juju. She, you understand? So somehow she was asked to stay away from all her friends. Honestly speaking, this thing I'm telling you is real story. She was asked to stay away from all her friends, and so that we don't cast a what do they call it? We don't cast a spell on her, or we don't cast an evil eye on her and her success, because they assume that her getting a Yankee guy is success, and we might not be happy with it. So basically what I'm doing, I finished drawing my eyebrow. That's what I'm going to do there. As I said, it's a very simple makeup that you can wear every day. So basically it's like an everyday makeup kind of makeup I'm doing here. So I've finished. Now I'm just trying to use my brush to blend out the sharp edges. So that was this one. I'm still taking that same foundation, it's still in my hand. Then I'll just use it to just highlight my under eye. Basically what I'm doing that is just for the eye to pop, like just for your eye to look active, to look alert, that kind of thing. Yeah. And the thing I like about this foundation is that it's matte, it's mattifying, so it easily dries out. Yeah, that kind of thing. So that was it all. Now, what I'm literally trying to say is, when you call someone your best friend, what do you really expect? So basically, as I told you earlier, the foundation is a little bit on the light side, like a little bit, like maybe just like a shade lighter than my original shade. Not too far apart from my shade. In fact, I can actually use it, but then balance it with a darker shade of powder, and it will just sit. You understand what I'm trying to say here? So I'm just using it to highlight those areas that I want them highlighted, for them to look alert. That's nothing too serious, so not like the one kind of serious makeup, professional makeup that is looking like I'm going for a wedding. No, this one is just a simple makeup. So I'm using my damp beauty blender to just blend in the whole thing. And as you're blending, try to keep it within the area of where you want it highlighted. Don't spread. Don't spread it. Just keep it within the area that you want it highlighted. So before you know anything, this is my friend. Like, that's my best friend. And up to today, I don't think I've met anybody that I can call a best friend. Up to today, I've not gotten a replacement of her, because the person that I thought was a replacement, was just a piece of work that I wasn't. See, and there's something again, truly, to be honest, if you're smart as a human being, avoid friends that will exhaust you. You see, this world, once you become an adult, you have a lot of responsibility, especially when you're married and you have kids. You have a lot of responsibility, you have a lot of things that you are focusing on, your life you're focusing on. So don't allow anybody to exhaust you. Maybe I'll do a video talking about friends or people you should exhaust, the type of friends. Like, don't allow, because let me tell you something. I remember being with a friend that was exhausting me. Like, it was almost like I was babysitting. And that's another problem. There are some those kind of friends that will exhaust you. It's almost like they're babies, and it's almost like you're babysitting them as if you're their nanny. I can't be with a friend that has swinging mood. One moment the friend is happy, one moment the friend is sad, one moment the friend is moody. I do the part that pains me. I'm just picking a powder. This is a professional powder from a professional palette. Yeah. You know, one thing with all those kind of friends that exhaust your energy, the truth of the matter is, I'm going to pick one brush and I'll pick one of the powder. Maybe I'll pick this bright. This is like the brightest from this. And now, owing to the fact that the weather is not hot, so honestly speaking, you don't need to set your powder with a loose powder, because sometimes even setting with a loose powder can create too much dryness. So sometimes makeup, or even not sometimes, most times makeup is also done according to the weather. So maybe when the weather is sunny, you can now set with a, that's what you still do. You still set with a compact powder, then go over it again with a loose powder. That is when the weather is like sunny or hot. But now that the weather is okay, when you just set with a compact powder, I think you're good to go. You're okay. Yeah. Even if you have an oily skin, whatever type of skin you have, whether you have an oily skin, whether you have a dry skin, honestly, that procedure works for all skin types. So I was talking of friends that are very demanding, that will exhaust you. Eh? They will make you abandon your own, and I'm just okay. I'm just setting it, going over this lighter shade of powder because this is not my shade. This is not my shade. This is like slightly above my own original shade. So I'm just going to highlight those areas. Then before I'll now use my own original shade to set the whole face. Okay, so as I was saying, oh my dear people, when you're with a friend that exhausts you, that wear you out, that it's almost like you're a babysitter, it's almost like you're nurturing a grown-up man or a grown-up woman, see, end that friendship. Because when you look back later on, you will regret it. You know, I said you will regret it. You will find out that you abandoned your own original responsibility and you were busy pursuing a responsibility that was not for you. You're not a babysitter. You're not a nanny. You're not a guidance counselor. So there are some things that are not your business, to be honest with you. So if the person cannot handle themselves, honestly, they are on their own. Truly, like, and some of these friends again that rely on you for their happiness. See, run away from those kind of friends again. Anybody relying on you for their own happiness, that they want you to make them happy. Come, are you going to cut your hands and your legs and give them? And those kind of people, there is nothing you will do that will make them happy. Now I'm going to set the whole face with my own original powder color, and it's advisable for you to go with a bigger brush because there's something people don't understand about when you're trying to set your whole face with a powder. Like this brush too will also set my face with a powder, but it has tendency of giving me patches if I don't follow it layer by layer. But maybe when you're in a hurry to go out, just like me, that sometimes I'm in a hurry to go and drop off something, better go with your bigger powder. At least see, this one is covering the entire face. Better go with the more, and the more dense your brush, the more it takes product and sets the face. Can you see? Now, like automatically I've set the whole of this side already. But if I was using that smaller brush, it will take time. I have to be going layer by layer by layer. And if you're not observant, before you know anything, you now give one kind of harsh lines that you cannot blend, and then your makeup will be looking somehow. Okay, so can you see I finished setting one side? So when you have a friend that is relying on you for their happiness, my dear sister or my dear brother, run away from that friend. Like, you don't need those kind of friends. Or you have friends that just want to come around to show off or to talk bad about other people. Now that's very important. If a friend comes around and all they do is talk bad about other people, then you don't need those kind of friends. Trust me when I tell you, you don't need those kind of friends. You don't need those kind of friends at all. Now I'm going down a little because I'm not going to contour this face. As I told you, it's just a simple daily makeup, so I don't need to start contouring my face to look like I'm going for a wedding. So I'm just going to go layer by layer. Now I'm going for something slightly darker down here. You get? Because normal day makeup is completely different from outing makeup. Sure, you understand? So I don't waste unnecessary time for normal day makeup because you cannot do makeup when you're rushing to go to the market. You're going to go and pick your children from school, or you're going for errand, or you have a meeting. You're going to stand in front of the mirror and be making up for 1 hour. No. That's unrealistic. Let's be very realistic. A makeup of just 5-10 minutes is okay. Shikena, at this point I'm done. I'm not going to contour any nose, nothing. I am done. Do you understand? If you want me to come up with a makeup, or next time, I promise you I'll come up with a makeup, a proper glam day makeup where you will look gang as if you're going for an occasion. No problem. I am, in case you didn't know, I'm also a professional makeup artist. In fact, guess what's going to happen? I'm not going to talk too much. I'm going to drop the link to my second channel after this live stream, to my second channel in the description area. Go there and see what Asma'u does. Remember, also I have a video where I spoke about how I quit my teaching job. Of course, after quitting teaching job, aside from the fact that I was crying that the money is small, of course, after quitting teaching job, Mama has to still live her life. No be so. So I now picked up. Now I'm an entrepreneur. So now, after using a bigger brush, you can now use a small brush to just, just tap. But it's not even compulsory. It's just my own thing. If you don't want to, it's okay. No problem. It's not compulsory at all. So that's it. Blending up to up here and inside the face here. Well, that's another very advantage of a smaller brush. It takes you, because this big one now is going to be difficult for me to put them inside these places. It might enter my eye. So this small one now does a very good job. I beg, when we are friends with people, let's be real life friends. Let's don't be reality TV show friends. Let me tell you something, that reality TV, there is fakeness one, and there is editing. So there are some, and then at the end of the day, they are doing all of these things for ratings. So the drama is what they are selling. That is not reality. So let's value our friends and our friendship, and let's don't play a reality show kind of friendship, please. And we shouldn't do social media kind of friendship where we just want to show off. You understand? But behind the scene, we don't even like each other. We're hitting on each other and all that. So when you call someone your best friend, let that person be your best friend, because that's the reason why my so-called friend or best friend will be in a cycle where people are saying shit about me and they're comfortable with it. In fact, sometimes they're even contributing to the topic. Now that's not a friend. You're not even a friend, not to talk of being a best friend. God forbid, you can't be my best friend. So, and you too on your own, as you're complaining your friend did you this, your friend betray you, you too, you need to work on yourself to become a good friend, because you need to be also a good friend to get a good friend. That's in my own opinion. Yes, even though I know, yes, you can still be a good person and still enter one chance. But I feel that when you yourself are a good friend, it helps, it makes the relationship better. Do you understand? For me, for instance, you come to someone like me and you come with a good heart, trust me, I would also free myself for us to have a good relationship. So at this point, I'm done with my makeup. The only thing that is left now is just my lip gloss. It has taken light. Thank God I have one ring light here that is not relying on light. Because our light in Nigeria, that's why you saw that my YouTube short. Oh my God, a content creator in Nigeria. Oh boy, people should support us. People should help our ministry. Support us out there. Thank you so much. So basically I'm done. So what I'm just going to use is my lip gloss. My lip gloss is not here and I'm done. This is my go-to makeup for running my errands, for my everyday activity. If I must wear makeup, I don't know if you can see it here. This one, that the main, because I had the main big ring light and then a small one, and then people of God decided to take the light. So basically that's just it. Unfortunately, I don't have a community. I can't wait to reach 1,000 subscribers on this so that I can have a community and share a lot of pictures with you. Yeah, so that's just it, my dear people. So thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Maybe later in the day, if I still have time, I'll still come on live. If I don't, then I'll come on live tomorrow. So thank you so much, and then we'll continue talking about besties. It's very important. It can be a series, that kind of thing. All right, thank you so much, and bye. Love you all.